3 billion devices run it. The world's most popular game, Minecraft, was originally written in it. Android, the operating system on 70% of all smartphones, was built on it. It has been the most taught programming language in the universities for over 2 decades. This is the story of Java, the language that promised to run everywhere and almost kept that promise. In 1991, a team of engineers at Sun Microsystems in California started a secret project. Led by James Gosling, a Canadian computer scientist who had already built one of the most advanced text editors in Unix. The team's goal was to create a language for the next wave of computing, interactive television, and embedded consumer electronics. They called the project Green. The language they were building, initially called Oak, then renamed Java after the coffee favored by the team had one revolutionary design goal: write once, run everywhere. Every programming language before Java was tied to specific hardware. C code complied for Windows didn't run on Unix. Software had to be written, or at least recompiled, for every platform it needed to support. Java's solution was the Java Virtual Machine, or JVM. Instead of compiling Java code directly to machine instructions, Java compiled to an intermediate format called bytecode. The JVM installed on any platform interpreted that bytecode at runtime. Write the program once, run it on any machine with a JVM installed. The vision was elegant, the implications were enormous. The interactive television market never materialized the way Sun had hoped. But in 1995, just as Java was being completed, something unexpected happened. The internet exploded. Netscape, the dominant web browser of the era, announced support for Java applets, small Java programs that could be embedded in web pages and run in the browser. For the first time, web pages could contain interactive animated running programs, not just static text and images. Java applets became the technology of the early web. Games, simulations, interactive calculators, animations, all running inside web browsers on any computer, all thanks to the JVM. Sun's write once, run anywhere promise was perfectly suited to the web, a platform that needed to work across every possible computers and operating system. Java's popularity exploded. Universities adopted it as their primary teaching language. Major corporations built their enterprise systems in it. Sun's stock price soared, and then in 1996, Sun made one more decision that would define Java's future. They released Java as a free download. Through the late 1990s and 2000s, Java became the dominant language of enterprise software. The large-scale business applications running banks, hospitals, governments, and corporations. The reasons were practical. Java's platform independence meant enterprise software could run on any server hardware. Its object-oriented design made large code bases manageable, and the enormous pool of Java developers meant computers could hire at scale. Companies could hire at scale. J2EE, Java 2 Enterprise Edition, became the standard point for building large-scale web applications and services. The world's financial infrastructure, stock exchanges, banking system, payment processors were increasingly built on Java. This wasn't glamorous. Nobody wrote songs about enterprise middleware. But it meant that Java was quietly running the financial backbone of the global economy, a position it maintains till this day. Java's two most culturally significant moments came almost simultaneously and from completely different directions. In 2007, Google announced Android, a mobile operating system for smartphone. Android's application development platform was built around Java. Every Android app from the beginning was written in Java. Android launched in 2008. By 2012, it was the most widely used smartphone platform on earth. By 2023, Android ran on over 3 billion active devices. Every one of these devices run Java applications. Meanwhile, in 2009, a Swedish developer named Microsystems, working alone, released an early version of a game called Minecraft. It was written entirely in Java. Minecraft became the best-selling video game in history. Over 238 million copies sold across all platforms. Its original Java edition remains one of the most actively played versions. Beloved by a modern community that has produced tens of thousands of modifications and entirely new games built on the Minecraft Java platform. The Java edition's modability made possible by Java architecture is a direct competitive advantage that the game developers have never been able to fully replicate in other versions. In 2010, Oracle acquired Sun Microsystems, and with it, ownership of Java. Almost immediately, Oracle sued Google, claiming that Android's use of Java APIs constituted copyright infringement. The lawsuit consumed a decade of litigation, reaching the United States Supreme Court. In 2021, the Supreme Court ruled in Google's favor, a landmark decision for software development that affirmed the principle that APIs cannot be copyrighted. But the lawsuit had consequences. Google had already begun transitioning Android development from Java to Kotlin, a modern JVM developed by JetBrains that is fully interoperable with Java, but addresses many of its limitations. In 2019, Google declared Kotlin the preferred language for Android development. Java's dominance on Android had waned, but Java itself running on the JVM remains the foundation. Java's legacy is infrastructure. It is the language you don't see running the banks, the servers, the enterprise systems that keep modern civilization functioning. And it is the language that, through Android and Minecraft, touch more ordinary human life than perhaps any other piece of software in human history. James Gosling set out to build a language for interactive television. He accidentally built a language that put a computer in every pocket. Java never quite achieved right ones run anywhere. Platform differences, version incompatibilities, and the risk of new languages chipped away at that promise. But look at the world Java built. The bank that holds your money, Java. The phone in your pocket, Java. The most popular game ever made, Java. James Gosling spent a year building a language for televisions that never came and ended up building part of the foundation of the modern world. Not bad for a cup of coffee. If Java was part of your journey in programming or gaming, like, subscribe, and tell us how. And yeah.